Where did you grow up?
In Everett, Revere.
How long did you live in Everett and Revere?
Oh, for about 60 years.
Did any of your family serve in the military during World War I or II?
Yes, my uncle was in World War One.
Did he die in World War One?
No, but he got some mustard gas burns.
Did World War One or II influence you to join the military?
No, it was the draft.
Did you volunteer?
Yes.
Why did you volunteer?
I didn't want to be drafted.
How come you didn't want to be drafted?
Because then you go in the Army. Instead, I went in the Navy.
What was the upside of going to the Navy rather than the Army?
I didn't have to be in the jungle or on land where I would have to kill people.
What was your perception of what was going on in Vietnam?
I thought it was a big waste and it was stupid, but you had to serve, because if you didn't, then they'd put you in jail.
So you served in the Navy. So did you get any training in any particular weaponry for the Navy or looking after?
Yeah, everybody's trained in boot camp with the rifles and pistols.
Was training difficult?
No.
What specific kind of training? Do you remember anything? Did they?
Well, it was firefighting, because if you're on a ship, everybody has to be a firefighter. So firefighting training, weapons, how to shoot and load weapons, pistols, and they just had an old M1 rifle, which was from World War II, in boot camp.
Did being in the Navy ever involve anything to do with Vietnam, or was it completely separate from the war?
Well, I was in the North Atlantic, in the Caribbean, and the Mediterranean, so I wasn't in the Pacific. So I wasn't over there.
Were you ever involved in any combat?
The closest was when the Russian bombers were flying over the aircraft carrier I was on, and one crashed right near it and almost crashed into the aircraft carrier.
What happened? Do you remember anything specific about that day?
Yeah, the Russian ships came up near us afterwards and took all the debris that we had collected, and there was a phone call directed to Washington, so the Russians wouldn't think that we shot the plane down, to avert basically a war.
When you came back home from the Navy, did you get any special attention because you had served for your country?
I got my state bonus for veterans when I got back, and I did get money for going to graduate school, veterans benefits. I never took advantage of the mortgage benefit.
What were your impressions of the place you served? Did you...
The ship?
Yeah.
It was about 5,000 people on the ship. It was an old carrier. It was converted to helicopters because the flight deck was too small for the jets. And it was wooden flight deck. It was very old. It was built during World War II. And it wasn't great, but it's better than living in the jungle.
Is that what you just wanted to completely avoid fighting?
I didn't want to kill anybody. I didn't see any purpose in wanting to kill anyone if I didn't have to.
You said there were 5,000 people on the boat you served on. So did you meet any people? Did you have any friends during your time in the Navy? Or?
Well, of course you meet people. Some friends, but basically people were just there to do their job, and that's about it.
Did you keep in contact with anybody after?
No.
Okay. When you came back home, what kind of work did you do?
I got a job with the state working for the welfare department, and then went to graduate schools, two graduate schools.
Did your experience in the military during the Vietnam era help you at all?
No,
Did you gain a new perspective from being in the military?
I just got a perspective. I don't know if it was new. I didn't care for military life.
Alright, well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.